Hello everyone, back tuning into today's bird video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. For today's bird video, day 10 will take us to the 29th of January. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS at these ensembles. They run to around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for February itself. And I should get on that for you in a moment. Just to say that first, the video says our 6-7 UK weather forecast. I've also sharing for as well. Check out those two vids. If you'd like to do that, like, share, and subscribe on all today's videos and content. Thanks so much, everybody, for doing that. As you can hear, I'm coughing, so cough back. There's so much going about this, this winter. It's crazy how much you're going around, so I'm down with something again today, feeling quite off colour, and so not going to be a pub run tonight, so I'm so sorry everybody, but we're 2 weeks cancelling the pub run, but I just feel quite, unwell today. So if it's all right with everybody, I'll just have a quiet night with a cup of Coke early night, but I am a bit fed up, with the start to the year, because I've got, my eyes not very good, my back, a bit sore. It's just not a great start to 2024 for me, so hopefully things will be picking up soon. Talking of picking up, we've reached 17.8 subscribers, so thank you so much everybody for getting us to 17,800 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Just 200 away from 18k now. Our next 1,000. Could we get to 18k before the end of the winter? That would be epic. It'd be good, wouldn't it? So please give us a sub, tell your friends and family to subscribe, and let's see if we can get ourselves to 18,000 subscribers before excuse me, the end of the winter. Right, okay, let's crack on. It's going to be quite a quick video bit, I think, because as I am being a little bit on the poorly side today. So central temperature is now down to 3.3. That is half a degree below the 61 to 1990 average. That's provisional to yesterday, so the 18th of the January there. So that might tick down a little bit more, and then it will start rising the weekend into next week. It will rise very quickly because we've got some much milder weather on the way. These are the GFS upper air temperature precipitation ensembles. The next couple of weeks, looking at London today, the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. Starting off below average at the moment. We're going to find the upper air temperatures going up though as we go through the weekend into next week, looking quite mild. And then as we go into the last days of January, opening days of February, you perhaps have a bit of a cooling trend there. Excuse me, again, everybody, we have got a lot of scatter. We've got the milder ensemble members up here, and we've got colder ensemble members down there. So there's a little bit of uncertainty as we go through into the beginning of February. It's a long way off anyway. Precipitation-wise, going to be dry for the next couple of days in London, but turning quite wet later in the weekend and into start of next week. But not overly so. Actually, it looks as though going through the last stages of January into early February, it should be probably on the drier than average side, if anything. Temperature anomalies from the 19th to the 27th of January, coming out above average, not just the UK, but through most parts of Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 19th to 27th of January, western average to the north a little bit, driving an average road down in the south. The latest wind flow map from earthnallschool.net shows that a change in wind direction is taking place today. We're losing those arctic northerlies and starting to pick up a much milder west-southwesterly. Now, initially, that's going to be cold. It is still cold out there today, but eventually by sort of Sunday, we're going to be feeling much milder with those winds back in from off the Atlantic. Right, so let's go to the chart data bed. Not only turning milder through the weekend, but also turning wet, windy, and stormy. So this is how the UK Met Euro run is looking for midnight on Monday. Deep low pressure bring gales or severe gales across the country and bouts of heavy rain too. Another deep low rattles through Tuesday into Wednesday, and then the second half of next week tries to build some higher pressure to the south and the east, but still keeps those Atlantic westerly winds going, being wet weather into the north and the west. Icon, again with low pressure, bringing wet and windy stormy weather from Sunday into Monday, but a little bit drier from Monday to Tuesday, but Tuesday to Wednesday turns wet and windy again. Higher pressure start trying to build up from the south, but not successfully so. We finish up by the 26th of January. It'll rather unsettled, especially so in the north, but drier down in the south, and still mild with winds from the southwest. Next week is shaping up to be a mild week. The KMA from South Korea looking like that. Again, very stormy as we're going through the, of course, Sunday to Monday. We had another storm on Tuesday. Once that one rattles through, it starts to turn a little bit drier in the south, but overall unsettled conditions continue, especially for the northwest. When higher pressure builds a little bit more strongly around daytime. That's a mild ridge, though. That's the 31st of January. So mild ridge might bring frost and fog to the southeast, but further north and west, that will probably bring really quite mild temperatures. You know, actually very mild. Could be up to like 14, 15 degrees if that bit of phone effect across the eastern parts of Scotland. So sorry again, everybody. Right, the GFS midnight run. Again, with low pressure sweeping through on Monday. Looks like stormy then. Oh, sorry, once more, everyone. We're going to get to the end of this, don't worry. Then we continue to kind of settled through most of next week. Then higher pressure starts building up from the south, and the midnight GFS run builds a high pressure much more strongly, starts taking up towards Scandinavia. So in the extended range, check this out, into the opening days of February, we actually start to unleash the beaks. That is the 31st of January, long way out, 300 hours away, but so we have got a fully fledged Scandinavian high then, and winds turn into the east. Nice big cold pool sitting to our east on the continent. And look what happens into the opening days of February. Yes, in comes back very cold air. So minus 10 Celsius iceberg floods in from here. Got minus 15 Celsius iceberg over the Low Countries heading in towards the North Sea. That's a bitterly cold easterly there, and would bring snow showers into particularly eastern and southern parts of the country with it, and the easterly maintained to the 2nd of February as well. Again, looking bitterly cold, goes upper air temperatures. The easterly beginning to break down by the 4th of February, as far as we get to today, with this particular GFS midnight run lower pressure starting edge back in from off the Atlantic, and upper air temperatures beginning to lift up. But yes, proper Scandinavian high and easterly on the GFS midnight run. If only it was that simple to get into an easterly as the GFS midnight run made it look. Right, okay, the 6 then in comparison, again looking rather stormy from Sunday into Monday, with another deep low particularly in the north, running Tuesday to Wednesday, wet windy then. Then we're going to turn drier though from the south as we go beyond that. Again, the high pressure is attempting to get up towards Scandinavia into the closing days of January, but doesn't pull it off this time on this GFS run. The high pressure is maintained around Germany, which sees a southerly wind wafting up across the country. That would be very mild if it came off, of course. But high pressure sits around the country through to the end of the GFS 6Z run, so much more toned down. Much more, I suppose you would probably say, much more likely to verify with the GFS 6Z compared to the midnight run. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe, and share everyone for doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this or about videos. Don't forget to friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much everyone for doing that. We have just reached 17,800 subscribers. We're pushing on 70,900 subscribers now. It would be lovely if we could get to 18k. Oh, sorry everyone, before the end of the winter. Right, GM, again, looking quite stormy. Midnight from Sunday into Monday, and we keep those unsettled conditions going through most of next week. High pressure starts ridging in towards the final weekend of January. And it's trying to get up towards Scandinavia as well, so we don't actually pull up a Scandinavian high up to daytime with the GM. However, it does look quite interesting the way that high pressure is ridging through the western north of Europe, and probably won't take much more of an adjustment set of a Scandinavian high. Notice we've got a large amount of WAA going on. The isobars are coming all the way up from right Africa and Spain, going up through the Atlantic and then on into the Arctic. That is one of the best examples of WAA that you're likely to find. You would expect that warm air convection would set up an area of high pressure to the east of it. And you know, that's a very good example of warm air advection there. Okay, the ECM again looks quite stormy from Sunday into Monday and then through next week. Yes, we keep it very unsettled through the early to middle part of the week. By about days 9 and 10, higher pressure then starts building just to our east with lower pressure out to the northwest, winds coming up from the south. So again, we do have I've got a little bit of WAA going on there, but not as strong with the build of pressure as the GEM has it. And certainly nowhere near a Scandinavian high up to that point. Whether it would evolve in that direction, though, is another matter, of course. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run. Excuse me again, I believe on TibetShow.com. Wet weather piling in over the coming few days. Going to be plenty rain to middle of next week. Second half next week brings more heavy rain through as well. But then we start going towards a drier trend, particularly in the south. As that higher pressure begins to build over to the east of the country. That's the setup where we get to daytime wet weather out in the Atlantic to the west of Ireland and the UK, but most of us looking dry. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10. Gets us 29th of January. 27 members of the ECM from the Icelandic Met Office, 27 members ECM ensembles, including the Operation Control, have high pressure to our east, low pressures out to the west, and we're bringing up a southerly wind, mostly dry and mild with that. And they've got 24 again, excuse me again, everybody with high pressure over and to the southeast, country, low pressures way to the northwest, and again, we're looking generally dry and mild up to day 10 there. Now, in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. Gets us to the 3rd of February. And then they're much more interesting. 14 members of the ECM ensembles look like they've more or less developed a Scandinavian high and will be getting wind into the east. So that is actually the majority option, although 13 just here has high pressure to south, low pressure to the north. So that keeps us in generally mild westerlies. We've got 12 with high pressure just to our west and northwest, mainly dry. Could be a bit of frost and fog. And they've got another 12 with high pressure right on top of the country. That would be like the GFS 6 there, I suppose, and that would be mostly dry. But again, there could be frost and fog in the mix of that. Most of the options are involving high pressure, and obviously, as ever, with high pressure in winter, well, in any season really, but particularly in winter, and the same true in summer, where that high pressure goes is all critical as to the feel of the weather. CFS V2 finally beats the 500 millibar high tonight, breaking it down. No one to talk about. CFS V2 finally, this is the latest 700 millibar high anomaly for February. High pressure over and to the west of the country, mostly dry. With that, there's a trough in over Scandinavia. So again, we could be a bit on the chilly side. Winds in from the northwest around that region. Temperature anomaly is no better than average, or it has no signal really, and the precipitation anomaly again is no better than average or has no signal. I reckon we could get a few cold snaps in there, but to have a truly cold month, of course, we've got to get that high pressure further northwards. The high pressure got to go either to Greenland or to Iceland or indeed to Scandinavia. And if we get high Scandinavia, then we would get wind in from the east. But the GFS midnight run did it and made it look easy. If only it was that simple, we know it is. But anyway, watch this space. We could be in for more cold weather during February. Okay, if you're done, we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe, make sure everyone could do that. Why not drop a comment? Let us know what you think about this little video. Don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thanks so much everyone for doing that, and give us a sub as well. Tell your friends and family to subscribe, and let's push on if we can to 18,000 subscribers. Right, so just coming up on my channel over the weekend. Tomorrow, hell permitting, long as this doesn't develop any further, hell permitting, tomorrow we've got 6 UK weather forecast, we've got weekend forecast, EC42 day and a 10 to 14 day as well, and then on Sunday, again I have UK weather forecast, spring update, 10 to 14 day, and we'll be live at 6 PM. That is the plan for the weekend. To the content, whether I'm able to do all of that, you know, we'll see how this takes hold, I suppose, again, over the next few hours and next day or two. So I should keep everybody updated. But you enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'm gonna, you know, put cover around me, I think, and I've been quite shivery, so I'm gonna put heating up and stay warm, stay indoors. I think. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon, evening, night, whatever, and I shall see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.